To the chief? The chief? To be honest, I don't know where he is or what he's up to at the moment. Probably busy doing something only he can do. To Taro. I suppose it wasn't meant to be. Listen to these two swapping their stories. Life ain't always got to be an adventure, I say. Me, I'm the sort who enjoys a nice, relaxing carriage ride paired with a bottle of Bacchus. Remember we dealt with that, didn't we, in one of the quests? Bah. Brother thinks he had it bad. Try bribing a pirate and see where that gets you. Have a seat, lad. I was just telling me brothers about the time these Amaja saved me from the brass blades. You were there, remember? Was I? Don't remember you. Don't remember that. I was trying to look this guy up to see a bit of explanation about him, and someone just had like a photo collage of apparently him standing here watching a Lalafell bending over. Apparently, you can actually run into this Brent guy again in the Shadowbringers. Actually, wait. Remember how you talk to a guy when you start your character? These are like you're on a wagon and you're talking to a guy making your character. This is the Limso Minsa got one. No, wait. This must be the Gardenian one. Limso Minsa and Ul'dah. They're triplets. And you meet a different one depending on where your initial city state is. So that was the first guy you meet. But where did the Maja save him from brass blades? I have no idea. Thought it was the other way. I have no idea, I really don't. Wigstan would seek your aid in putting a plan of his into motion. You can't do it without the you. So, the cat people. My dear friends, Anabe and Arui came to the sands with a burning passion to deliver this realm from the darkness. A passion that I could never muster. They fought bravely and with honour, until they could fight no more. Me, I was never worth much in the battlefield, wanted nothing more than to honour my fallen comrades, carry on their fight. But how? One day it struck me. I may be woefully lacking on the battlefield, but my mind is sharp enough. I resolved to plot a course of action and recruit capable allies to our cause. One thing is clear to me. We can ill afford to be distracted by the beast tribes with more ominous storm clouds gathering on the horizon. To that end, we must find strong and loyal allies to quell the beastmen menace. You're familiar with the Yu, perhaps, a tribe of fearsome hunters and huntresses. I am convinced they will prove invaluable allies in the battle against the Maja, if only they could be won over. You respect strength above all. I feared they would sooner gut me than listen to my tale. But you, if you spoke, they would listen, I'm certain of it. And so I asked for him to travel to Forgotten Springs and speak to Ul'dah Nuan in my stead. Orangar looks beseechingly in your direction, fear in his eyes. Friend to the dawn, hear my plea. Tidings most ominous arrive from Gardinia. A primal walketh the shroud. Those who have borne the eldritch spirit witness and return to tell the tale, avow that never before have they seen its like. The gods quiver doth investigate as we speak. Meseems Bow-Lord Luwin would welcome a capable adventurer's helping hand. Pray he to the seat of the first bow, and shine thy light upon the matter. You know, I feel like I've just blacked out some memories there. Like, I've just completely lost, like, 5 minutes of my life. I actually don't remember what I've even said. Just gotta trust I wasn't raving like a lunatic. Like, usual. The headquarters is... the entire headquarters is up in arms. Can scarce stay abreast of all the goings on. I guess it's the primal of the Sylphs, Ramuh, R-A-M-U-H. Never know how to pronounce that. That or no, wouldn't be the Mughals. They're in a forest, but I don't think it's 12's wood. I think it's somewhere later on. I think, or maybe not. I have no idea. I really don't. You're welcome, Drumkren, Teldros of the Scions. As communications officer, it falls to me to issue your orders and provide guidance on forthcoming missions. Your first mission is to infiltrate the Imperial outposts at Camp Westwind and eliminate Prefectores Rhitahtyn, Sas Arvina. All participating units are now in position awaiting your arrival. Please proceed to the staging point and report to Lieutenant Aldebert. This is but the first step in our bid to purge the realm of the Garlean menace. I shall pray for your success. Voted Borgi. The restless spirits of fishers lost at sea have wandered back, unable to break their ties with the corporeal world. Purify these poor souls so that they may continue their journey into Tal's realm. Wow, this is certainly a level of miasma. I was waiting for them to be giant mushrooms. But, like, you know, plague land stuff. Well, I suppose these fit well enough. The Yarzons are creepy as fuck. So you're Drumkren Teldros, the fearless adventurer who's to lead the assault. We've been expecting you. Our Maelstrom friends report that Rhitahtyn Sas Arvina, the party cast from Ascendius a bell ago. And sure enough, a convoy of Imperial airships landed here just now. The likelihood is high that the target is aboard one of the vessels. Dispatch scouts to identify his presence before we strike. Command to all units, requesting status report. This is Antline 1. Target has not been sighted. This is Antline 2. Likewise, target has not been sighted. Antline 3. We got nothing for you neither. This is Antline 5. I've nothing to report as of... Wait, describe previous message. Target sighted. I say again, target sighted. Understood. Hold your position. Attention all units. This is Lieutenant Albert Cotter. The first step of Operation Archon begins with us. Should we falter here, all hope of victory will be lost. 'Tis no small burden, but know that I believe in all of you. So believe in yourselves, and together we'll blaze a path for our brothers and sisters of the Alliance to follow. We'll create multiple diversions to disperse the enemy garrison, that should give your people a chance to breach their defences. Go now, Dromkren, and bring us Rhitahtyn's head. May Rhaegar grant you strength. Commence diversionary maneuvers. At some stage here, we'll presumably mount up. That's very obliging of the door. Yeah, I presume we will hit a point where we have to have a party. But I think I probably have to get closer to trigger that. Great. I've made some poor decisions. This is one of them. It was a calculated risk, but boy am I bad at maths. If only I could leave the AoE like the other guys move. Interacting. There we go. Guess figured as much. You, Judy. It's a trial. It has come to light that Rhitahtyn sas Arvina, Prefectus Castorum of the 14th Legion, is scheduled to inspect the Imperial outpost at Camp Westwind. Although native to a territory subjugated by the Empire, Rhitahtyn's prowess as a field tactician has won him a station of great authority within the Garlean military. Such a formidable enemy general will surely prove an obstacle to the Alliance's efforts to purge the realm of the Imperial menace. First phase of Operation Archon, you have been entrusted the mission of infiltrating the Imperial outpost and striking him down. 8 people? This is the biggest one thus far. Do 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 do. Just like jolly running through an enemy camp. So, just waiting on people now. Regrettably, I'm kind of now after not in the mood to play this. I kind of want to go play some more WoW Classic. Part of that is because like the 2 times I've tried to record WoW Classic recently, I've just been falling the hell asleep, and it's like I'm angry at myself for that, and I just like. I know, I just, want to play it and play it right and be awake for it. And might leave the rest of this till next time. I could do that. I might try to form a party earlier on and should get into it easy enough. We already have a tank. Oh, Caldor has completed adventure. I suppose we'll go say hi down here. Accent, don't forget to breathe. I cannot steady my hands. It's my people the Eleazin who gave rise to the nobility of who gave rise to the noble tradition of archery. To see it thus parodied by outsiders, it is an outrage. Only those of the gods will quiver permitted past this point. I suggest you step away from the doors. Mate, the doors are painted on. Calm down. Oh, they aren't. Never mind. I thought this was the guy I had to talk to. Really, it's a weapon that, like, they're in close quarters situation right now, and the weapon they're wielding is bows. That's... oh, I did notice the E, but that's questionable as hell. I don't see a sidearm on any of them. I know, it fits, they're the archery guild, but it's just... it's a bit close quarters, ain't it? Todros, I've heard much about your deeds in recent days. You've come to lend your strength to the primal investigation, yes? Your aid is most welcome. Bow Lord Lewin would have you ascertain the veracity of the ominous rumors circulating about Gardinia of late. I shall proceed directly to matter at hand, though still unsubstantiated. Rumors stir among the townspeople of late. Rumors of a shadow-clad knight who rides in the shroud. On Odin? Under normal circumstances, I'll pay such idle ghost stories little heed. This time, however, we have reason to suspect. But we have naught to gain by rushing to judgment. I'll have you go to the streets, Taurus, listen to the people, and hear their words with your own ears. My name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of God's Quiver. It's my duty to preserve the peace of the Twelveswood. The Exile and Garleans see to it that we have nary a moment's rest. Such we are always welcome to the assistance of dependable adventurers, such as yourself. A tad higher, or perhaps a tad lower? You say seemingly not. Who was that man in black? Ah, you again. The Ghost Knight? Aye, I saw him, clad from head to toe in armor that seemed shaped from shadow itself, galloping through the shroud atop his hell's-born steed. Mark my words, trees themselves were quivering in fear that night. I've not slept a wink since I returned. That's nice. Aye, so I'm as clear as day, or clear as night, as you might say, with me own two eyes. More fearsome than the rider was his ghastly steed. I know not where you've travelled, but I assure you've not seen a more frightening beast. One thing I tell you, friend, there was no spectre or shadow, nay, he was as solid as you or me. I'm guessing, lost the tank. Don't sneak up on me like that, friend. Forgive me. Ever since espying a glimpse of that ghostly horseman, my heart won't stop racing. I knew the elementals would punish us sooner or later for daring to disobey their will. This is surely a sign of sinister happenings to come. What does this look like? Alright. From a distance it looked like something else, so I was just curious. Yes, I saw the Black Knight, after which I promptly fled for my dear life. Should you end up in my position, it'd be wise to do the same. I have my pride, but I'm not fool enough to cast my life away. Besides, one look was enough to know this is a manifestation of pure evil. Ready to turn that massive sword against Gardinia. All of our lances as one could not hope to stand in his way. A knight clad in shadow-forged armor, a mammoth sword and hell's-born steed. It is clear now. Our worst forebodings have proven most unfortunately precedent. The dark divinity, Lord Lewin would seek the counsel of others. Ghastly night atop his baleful steed is as I feared. Rumors bear a most inauspicious resemblance to the references in ancient scripture describing Odin, the dark divinity. It is my suspicion that the dark horseman of rumor is indeed Odin, and furthermore this malevolent presence is primal. Yet before the god's quiver takes action, I seek the counsel of one versed in the holy writings. Make for a quarry mill and seek out brother Pesi. I know what he know. I will know what he knows, and be swift to us. If Odin is truly come to the shroud, time is not on our side. Like, really, couldn't you teleport to him yourself? Smaller than I expected, and with random horns. I'm Pesi, and you must be a adventurer I've been expecting. Oh yes. Ah yes, Odin, the dark divinity. Bold Lord Lúin is understandably distressed at his arrival. As one who has read the scriptures, however, I'm not entirely surprised. As Odin, the ancient writings have it, rode forth into our world, wielding a dark sword, a dark blade capable of cleaving earth and the heavens. By his fell blade did perish Urth herself and countless multitudes of her people. At long last, a great hero of Aleg did rise to do battle with the dark god. Odin was slain and the spirit sealed within a forest spring. For years this was thought to be a mere wives' tale. Ghost story told by mothers to frighten their young ones into obedience. Recent archaeological evidence at Allegan ruins mounted a damning evidence contrary of these rumors. Scripture claims the dark divinity slumbers in Urth's Fomont, deep in this heart of shroud, where the power of a crystal confines him. Alright, party. Full party. Hopefully I can pick up the conversation. I just couldn't miss out on this. It would appear we've unexpected guests. I was kind of not expecting him to look like this, because he might be a tactician and... I know, he just... looks, you know, like a fucking tank. Now, where have I seen you before? Ah, but of course, the man who felled the mighty Titan. This is the Icon Slayer? I see. The commotion is not but a diversion. Allow me to hazard a guess. By eliminating me, you hope to undermine the garrison of the Ostenians. A bold strategy to be sure, but have you the strength to see it to fruition? I do, because I'm actually 8 men. Leave us. None of you are a match for him. Send word to Castrum Osenius. Tell him the Minsons are coming. At once, my lord. And they just casually run by me. 15 years have come and gone since Lord Belzar first set foot in Eorzea, yet his ambition for the realm burns as strong as it ever did. Know you what fuels it, adventurer? Zar has delivered the people from their suffering. The lands he has conquered were beset with problems, poverty, starvation, lawlessness, and strife. My homeland was no exception. Had my lord not reached out and claimed it for the Empire, it would have eventually destroyed itself. But under his sane leadership, my people enjoyed such peace and stability as we had never known. And he only desires self-same for the people of this realm. Under his rule, Eorzea would be free from the shackles which bind it, the shackles of false faith. There would be no feeble leaders to misguide the masses, no icons to bleed the realm dry. True peace would reign, and the people would be free to live their lives without fear of persecution or oppression. If you do doubt my words, I bid you look upon me. I'm no son of Garlemald, yet Lord von Balzar saw fit to raise me to a station of great honor. He measures a man not by his birth, but by his works. Such is his sense of justice. By the grace of his majesty, I am where I was born to be, upon the field of battle. He's given me a noble cause to fight for and worthy adversaries to smite. I'm not want to bear my steel needlessly, but if you're deaf to reason. In the name of Lord Varn Belsar, I, Rhitahtyn Sas Ivana, do swear to strike you down. I will suffer none who oppose Lord Belsar. My shields are impregnable. Join the countless challengers who dash themselves upon them. Your defeat will bring Lord Belsar a noble conquest one step closer to fruition. Though it will cost me my life, I will strike you down. Threatening Magitech missiles. There's gotta be more to this. Wait, this was it? Gasp pant. Oh, that's fragile. Forgive me. I have failed you. Lord von Belsar. Well, that's ominous and evil looking. That was fucking it. I was wondering, like, okay, how's this guy gonna be measure up to the previous, you know, mooks, but he really didn't. Like, he was the first, like, full party guy, as far as I know. And he's easier than the previous ones. Makes sense, they were primals, but my god. I know for the first 8-person thing, it really didn't live up to it. That light. The Magitech transporter. From Gren, are you there? What news of Rhitahtyn? Fallen. With this deed, you've sown the seeds of our ultimate victory. The fading of that light presages an end to the Empire's tyranny. Rhitahtyn Sas Ivana is no more. Arvina. Let the next phase of Operation Archon commence. Hurrah! Tis I. It seems you've done it again, Dromkaren. I would raise a tankard to you, but I'm afraid we've no time to savor the victory. It is still the small matter of infiltrating Castrum Medinium and destroying the ultimate weapon. I know. No rest for the preternaturally gifted. Now, stop feeling sorry for yourself and make your way back to the Immortal Flames encampment. Communications officer will issue your orders. I'll be waiting for you with the main host. Look, Rhitahtyn, your minion comes, bringing the light. Alas, the gate to the void already stands open. Soon darkness shall consume all, and you shall bow down before the one true God. Well, actually, he's really getting into it, so it's probably more of a... Sorry, that's so much fun. That is fun to do. Yeah. But yeah, that is just too much fun to do. I won't stop twitching. The Perfectus. Slain. Regrettably so, my lord, and at the hand of the Icon Slayer, if the Centurion who survived the attack is to be believed. Rhitahtyn. Where were his men when he faced the enemy, fleeing even as their commander yielded up his last breath? If it should prove they questioned his right. I cannot speak for them, my lord. He does seem to actually care for his man. Or at least maybe he just respects his, Like, remember the other guy was saying, I'm not a Garlean, and yet I'm in a position of high authority because of my ability. I deserve to be here for my power, what I can do. And here he is, aghast at the idea that, the guy's men mightn't have stood beside him. As he fought to the death. So, I don't know, again, it does speak to him being, at least for him, favor meritocracy, I guess. I know, at least he lived up to what the other guy was saying, at least in his case. Beg pardons, my lord, but there is more. The Maelstrom has laid siege to Castrum Oscendius. Likewise, the Crimson Fleet moves to blockade Castrum Marinium. So this is their answer. Very well. We shall crush them as we crush the Icons. Go forth and show them the futility of their resistance. Yes, my lord. Ah, they tossed me back here. It was very nice of them. And Garlean bits. Stop there. Sant Haudros, your deeds this day are an inspiration to us all. With the death of the Prefectus, Operation Archon has entered its second phase. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom moves to blockade Castrum Oscendius and Castrum Marinium. And far to the east, in the Black Shroud, the Order of Twin Adder advances upon Castrum Aurelius. Already you've done much to advance our cause. Performing such feats is worthy of song, but if our plan is to succeed, more is required of you. Let me know when your preparations are in order, and shall relate to you the particularities of your next mission. I've got item level 90 gear. While they might have better armor, stat-wise, nothing here will be better for me. Though I suppose they are materia sockets. The Allied Communications Officer is a task that can only be performed by a hero of the Alliance. Palanai at your service. Oh, wrong game. Phase 2 of the operation is presently in motion. Our brothers and sisters of Maelstrom are holding their own against the growing forces upon Valbrand and the Rotano Sea. Ere long, the third phase will begin, and you must take to the field once more. Mortal Flame shall strike a Castrum Meridinium by way of a diversionary maneuver. While the Garleans are thus locked in battle, you are to infiltrate the stronghold and bring down the Magitech field that surrounds the Praetorium. The staging point for the mission lies in the shadow of Castrum Meridinium in northern Tanolan. That is where you must go. On your way there, however, I would ask that you make a brief stop at Camp Blue Fog. one of our key outposts in the area. Garrison, I'm told, is in low spirits, and do our troops well to see the hero of Camp Westwind appear before them. For the good of our cause, please stoke the fire in their hearts. Sure. I wrote to... yeah. You have a quest for me now.